She regrets that.
Alright, we're going to finish up the back page of yesterday's notes when we are going to be talking about extraneous solutions. So, yesterday all your solutions ended up actually being solutions. Today we are having extraneous. So, extraneous solutions are solutions
that don't exist.
Yeah, that don't.
Have to really check them?
Yep. That do not work. So you're actually going to have to check your work.
Wait, so does that mean that if they do work, then they're wrong?
If they work, then it's still a solution. If it doesn't work, it's not a solution.
Someone's calling you now.
It's probably the
No
baby.
phones or anything.
It's me. It's Instagram. I don't know.
Alright.
Did you FaceTime or random time?
So on this first one, number 7. A good hint that you can notice, do you see how you have 2 terms here?
It's like 2 problems.
Right. And on the ones we did yesterday, yeah, you only had 1 term. So when you have 2 terms with an X, that's when you're going to get your extraneous solution.
Do we combine them?
No, you can't combine them because those are in the bars. So we are going to start it off the same way, where we're going to write our 2 equations. The first one you leave the exact same. 3x plus 2 equals 4x plus 5. Just take the bars away.
You take them away.
Right. Just take the bars away.
But they're still there in your head.
No, they're gone.
Oh.
They're gone. Absolutely, the bars are gone.
Wait, were we supposed to do that yesterday too?
I mean, all right.
Why don't you just see that they?
I would take them away.
You know what I mean?
On the second one. Shh, focus up here. Focus up here. Josh, you focusing?
No.
You're just too smart. That's what you.
3x plus 2 is going to stay the same, but the right side you have to flip the signs. Yes. So negative 4x minus 5.
Oh my gosh, I get it.
Whatever the sign is, you have to flip it. So if it's negative here, you change it to be a positive. If it's positive, you change it to be a negative. Whatever it is on the right side, you flip it. Just like we did yesterday, we just have 2 things now.
But yesterday I thought we didn't change from negative to positive.
When you had,
When it was positive.
if it's positive here, it stays positive. Positive there, turns negative.
Yeah. Okay.
I forgot what my plan is.
I need a bigger one.
All right.
I need more colors.
Now I'm just going to solve these out. Now you have 2 terms with an x. So you need to get them together before you can solve for x.
Yes.
Josh, pay attention. So I'm going to minus 3x from both sides. 4x minus 3x. 1x. And then I still have the plus 5 over here. Right, yeah, so now I'm just going to get the x by itself by minusing 5 on both sides. What's up?
Why did you put X instead of 1X?
It's the same thing.
But in my head it's not gonna be like
You can put 1x if you want. The 1 is fine.
Why are you closer to me today?
I don't know.
Well, it's not a problem. I'm just wondering.
I don't know. Because I'm probably like leaning because I'm tired, so I'm just rolling.
You can take a nap, bitch. You won't wake you up. Don't worry.
Me.
It's the only time we'll
I thought about that. I was like, I could just close the curtains.
We'll be very
Why don't you?
Because we need to learn stuff.
We literally found it out one day,
Who is
man.
we?
After you
Who is we? That's what I want to know.
We will learn to study.
Okay, on the right side, we're going to do it the exact same way. It doesn't matter which x you move. You can either move the 3x or the negative 4x. So I'll just stick with the 3x just to keep it the same.
I just thought of something. What if you did like videos like this, like in Mr. Vigas? Like, what if she did that?
And we
Put her
come back
face in
with
the
our
corner.
notes.
And we come back with our notes complete, and we have any questions, then you just answer them during class, and it's all practice.
No,
in
because
class.
I'm not gonna.
No, because I'm not
look
going
at
to find the
that.
video.
And I have questions.
Yeah, it's called a flipped classroom. I thought about it, but then the problem is that kids don't watch the videos at home, and so then they
I'm
come
not
to
a
class.
visual
Yeah.
learner.
And then I just end up teaching it 30 different times in every class period.
To you too.
I'm a visual learner. I mean, I'm not a visual learner. I'm an auditory learner.
Yeah, she's gonna be talking on
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, but if you're talking on video, I don't learn from videos. I learn from human interactions.
It's okay. I'll just do it this way. It's fine.
Like,
Okay,
if you watch that
anyways.
video, I'm not gonna pay attention.
Interesting.
No.
Negative.
See, for me, it's not gonna be a problem with the video. I'm just not gonna watch it.
But
I don't have no problem.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Video,
Focus
I'm
back
just
up here
not
because you're going to
going
make my video way too long with this conversation. Negative 4x minus 3x is negative 7x. What's my next step? Plus 5.
You should do this like classroom.
Okay, so then to get rid of the negative 7, we are going to divide by negative 7. And so I get x equals negative 1. All right, you're not done yet, though, because you have to check your work. So from now on, get used to checking your work because sometimes it is going to make your answer not true. All right, I'm going to check negative 3 first. I'm going to take negative 3, and I'm going to plug it back in to both of my x's, both of them. Not just one, both x's. All right, so I have 3. In place of the x, I'm going to put negative 3 plus 2 equals 4 times negative 3 plus 5. Okay. All I did so far was just plug my x in, and now I'm going to work it out. What is 4 times negative 3?
Negative 12.
Negative 12.
Plus 5.
Very good. Plus 5, negative 7. All right. From here, you almost don't even have to work out this side because what do I know about the absolute value?
It's going to be positive.
It's going to be positive. So will a positive ever equal negative 7?
No.
No.
So I just worked it out for nothing.
I mean, you still, if you worked it out, you still get the same thing. Negative 9 plus 2 is the absolute value of negative 7,
Which is 7 equals negative 7.
which is 7 equals negative 7, which does not work. So negative 3 is called an extraneous solution. So put a little ES next to it, cross it out, something like that, so you signify that negative 3 does not work.
E dot S means no.
Normally, now I'm not going to say always, because not always going to work, but most of the time, one of them will be extraneous, one of them will work. All right, so most of the time, that's how it goes. Not always, though, but most of the time. So we're going to check this other side just to see. So I'm going to plug negative 1 in now. 3 times negative 1, I'm still plugging them into this one, plus 2 equals 4 times negative 1 plus 5. All right, so 4 times negative 1, negative 4 plus 5 is a positive 1. So I already know, since this is positive, that this could possibly work. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 plus 2, which gives you a negative 1, and the absolute value of negative 1 is 1. So yay, that one works. So this is my solution. This one is extraneous.
So what do we put? Solution? Check.
You can check it, or you can just leave it boxed. And
But it's negative 1. It doesn't match.
what do you mean it doesn't match?
Because the first one is negative 1 and then the second one is.
The absolute value of negative 1 is a positive 1.
We're just, let's just use solving first.
Mm-hmm.
So what if you plug this into a graph? What happens?
It's this. They would cross at negative 1. These two functions. This one and this one, they would cross at negative 1.
It would be a shame if I let it by accident. Dude, as long
Huh?
as what if I
Mhm.
requested a follow from spam on accident and I didn't notice that I wasn't?
Normally that's how it's going to happen. Is one is going to be extraneous, one is going to be a no.
Incarceration.
To check the negative 1, we plug it into the positive.
You plug into the original.
Love this.
So, Ariana asked a good question. Focus up here. Angie.
Yeah.
Ariana asked a good question. She said, do I plug it into the positive or the negative? Neither. You plug it back in to the very original, the one with the absolute value. The very original is what you plug back into.
I got you.
Okay. Don't plug it in to the equation you split up. You will not be getting the right answer. You have to plug it into the equation before you split it. Okay? Before you split, that's what you plug it into. All right, I'm going to call sticks on number 8. 10. Yes.
Carlos thing. first.
Hold on 1 second.
You had your time yesterday.
Negative times positive is a negative. Yep. Okay, can I?
First thing first,
First thing first, you split the thing to what's name, which is 5x minus 2 equals 7x plus 14. Then on the other one, we'll have 5x minus 2 equals negative 7x minus 14.
Very good.
Want me to keep going?
No. No. I can't write that fast. Yeah. So, you split your two equations up. This one stays the same. This one, the right side, you change the signs.
what if I don't want
That's
to
the same
change this?
thing.
Then you're incorrect.
All right, 20. Ariane, is that you?
Wait, whenever you
20.
So you do the minus
I'm gonna drown
5x.
myself
same as you said.
Very good. So, you're going to minus 5x equals,
plus 14.
Very good. Wait, hold on. Okay, 4. Brianna, what do I do next?
Subtract 14.
Very good. Subtract 14. So I get negative 16 equals 2x. And then, Angie? Angie? Yep. What do I do?
You divide 2 on both sides.
Okay, so I get negative 8 equals
X.
x.
Is that one side? Good. We still on one side. All right.
Yep.
I have to drown.
Yeah, I got that right.
All right, so we're doing the one side. Leslie,
Class.
the right side. What do I do first?
The right side, you subtract 5x.
Very good. Subtract 5x to both sides. So negative 12x minus 14. 24. Jasmine, what do I do next? Not subtract. Yep, add because it's the opposite. So add 14 on both sides. So then I get 12. It's negative 12. What? No. Isabel, what's next? Right here.
Divide by 12 on either side.
Very good. Divide by negative 12 on both sides to get the x by itself. And so I get x equals negative 1. So I have my two possible answers. Now I need to check.
Who else wants to fill it?
All right, 12, 9, 10, 11. Haley. All right, so if I want to check negative 8, and I'm going to plug it back into this one, what am I going to write?
5.
Shh, Haley. Uh-huh.
Minus 2 equals 7.
Very good. Okay, and then 6. Andrew, is that you? All right. What is 7 times negative 8? No, you don't need a calculator.
This is quick math. Your times table.
Look, this is how you remember this.
Remember Pete from that one show? What is that
Andrew,
show called about the
5, 6, 7, 8.
Hurry up.
That's how you remember. Do you get it? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 11. Christian, what is negative 56 plus 14?
I don't even have a number to write it.
Negative 42.
Very good. Christian, will this absolute value ever equal negative 42?
No,
So what does that mean about this?
that doesn't work.
It doesn't work, and the special word for that is
Extraneous.
yes. So this one is an extraneous solution. It is not going to work.
So it's 70. What? I think I did something
Negative
wrong.
42 and 40.
So
Oh,
X
it's a
does
negative
not equal
56.
negative.
Yep. All right, so now I'm going to check negative 1. So I'm going to plug negative 1 in. 5 times negative 1 minus 2 equals 7 times negative 1 plus 14. Okay, 13. 7 times negative 1. Good, and negative 7 plus 14. Yeah. Uh-huh. 7, very good. So, could my absolute value equal a positive 7?
Yes.
Yes, it could. So, let's figure it out, see if it does. 5 times negative 1. Negative 5 minus 2. And I get negative 7 in the absolute value, which is 7 equals 7. So, yay, that one works.
It's a flipping solution.
All right. For the bottom.
How would we do a chemistry test if they have a PS?
Is the absolute value equation always, sometimes, or never true?
He's slow.
So, focus for these questions because they are good questions and you see them a lot. All right, the absolute value sign. It makes everything positive, right? So this is saying, will the absolute value always, sometimes, or never equal -6?
Never.
Never. Very good, never, because it can never equal a negative number.
What did you tell me? You know, fuck my back.
Okay? 10. Absolute value of x plus the absolute value of x equals 2x.
Yes. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Because they could times the 2x by a negative.
Right, very good. So sometimes, because if x was negative, so just pick a negative number. It doesn't matter what. Let's say -1, because 1's always easy to work with.
We like a good one.
Yep. So if I plug -1 in here, absolute value of...
The absolute value bar is always meant to be positive.
But not
Right.
on the right side.
Right, so 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 times -1 is -2. So it doesn't work.
Where you get the extra x from?
This one?
Yeah, the one example. Like where'd you get it from?
I want to know if this is always, sometimes, or never going to be true.
It's sometimes.
So it's sometimes. Because if you put a positive in, it would work, right?
Yes.
So sometimes.
We like a good sometimes. I don't do that, but
All right, 11. Always, sometimes, or never.
sometimes.
It could also be oh, sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, because what happens if you put a negative? So like a -3. You get -3 and the absolute values equals -3, which doesn't work. But if you put a positive number in, like a 4, you get 4 equals 4, which, yay, this one works, this one does not. So it is sometimes.
We like a good
It's 12 all week.
So
It's not. It's sometimes.
what would you put in that would not work?
-1.
If you put -1 in,
-3 would
I
work.
just said it. Please don't bash me. I said it. I'm just
just -1 plus 2 is what?
I died.
1.
They're mine.
1. So this one does work. So what has to be special about your negative sign for it not to work?
It has to be big.
Yeah, it has to be bigger than 2.
Oh, then two.
Yep.
For only this problem, right?
Yeah, for only this problem.
It has to be bigger than the number, the C.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So this is sometimes.
See, y'all finally get
Bro, you just talk.